we don't need roads.
Joe, I'm such a fan, man. Seriously, thank you for taking the time to chat with me.
How are you?
I'm doing so well, man. Dude, I'm so excited to chat with you. I got 1,000 questions. I'm actually going to jump in. It's funny. I feel like oftentimes we do see stand-up comedians making the jump to film and to acting. And obviously, in your case, doing it quite well. But you never see it going the other way. Like, you don't see Daniel Day-Lewis or Meryl Streep ever taking, their spot on the stand-up stage and trying their hand at comedy. So why do you think stand-up prepares you for acting, but acting doesn't prepare you for stand-up?
I think, the stage is just a different beast, right? So it's like that live interaction and that ability to like just be vulnerable. I'm describing an actor, ain't I? I don't know what it is. There's just something about stand-up comedy and it's got to be built inside of you. I think it's a burning thing that's inside of me. And it's when I act out my mom or become a character on stage, I feel like that's a good transition when the cameras are on. I personally, you know what I mean? But Daniel Day-Lewis, really, man? That's the one you use? One of the greatest of all time?
Well, I'm talking to one of the greatest of all time, so I felt like I got to do the comparisons.
Thank you.
I was happy about that. All right, so speaking of your mom, I love, like everyone does, I love when you tell stories about your family, and they're hilarious and they're relatable and they're fantastic. But when you're crafting a stand-up story for that involves your family or involves your mom, or maybe you're making a movie that involves stories of your family, to what degree do you have to prepare for backlash from them? Like, how much of comedy is asking for forgiveness, not for permission?
I don't want any forgiveness. I really don't. I think the more honest you are, I think the fans know, You don't have to tell them. They just feel it. And I really, when I'm up there, I really want them to feel it. So I'll tell the most honest story I can. And I will let all the information out.
Are there any jokes that your son or your mom still go, like, seriously, like that joke of all stories, you had to tell that story?
Yeah, there's a couple. Yeah, there's a couple. There's one where my sisters, when I talked about my sisters, moving out of the house when they were young, that was a scary one for me because it was so that was very close to my heart and very, it was not a fun time when we were kids when I saw that happen. So shining light on that and making it something funny was very therapeutic for all of us.
Cathartic, it gets it out. There is an aspect of this film that I really want to talk about, and it's people wanting you to do the accent, as they say for the pilot. And obviously you do impressions of your mom on stage, and it's hilarious. But how often do people on the street just like straight up come up to you and try to like get you to do the voice like they do in the to what degree is that kind of weird and inappropriate to approach you on the street and ask you to do that? Yeah,
that's the weirdest part in the world. But then it's like I always got to tell myself, it's like, they're just fans and they really don't know how to break the ice. They really don't. You know what I mean? They're just trying to find a way or a way in to like have a conversation with me. And I always have to remember that. Although it is frustrating, but it's just like I got to remember, like, they're just trying to say hi. They really are. Now, Hollywood is a different subject. It's like, if I'm going in for an audition, I'm not going to go in as my mom's character to read for a cop. It's like, that doesn't make sense.
Has that actually happened in real life?
Oh, all the time.
No.
It didn't make sense I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't need to do this.
Oh my God. Well, they're giving me the rap. So I just want to ask really quickly, because you talk about like fans coming up to you. You're going to be coming to our neck of the woods in just a few weeks. You're going to be here at the end of September, which means I've got just about 2 months to become your best friend so that we can hang out whenever you're in town. So what do I need to do to make it happen so that we can hang out whenever you're in town?
Find me the best place to eat that there's no other spot in this country. Like, I only want to be able to go to Chicago, and that's where I get to eat it.
I got you. Let's go.
I'm there.
I'll go with
you. I'll go.
Dude, I'll pay, man.
Let's go.
I got you. You got that Joe Coy money. You're fine.
All right, then I'll pay.
Yeah, you got you. Hey, man, seriously, I'm such a fan. I appreciate you taking the time, man. Congratulations on this, and hopefully we get to talk many times. I'll see you in a few weeks.
I love you, man. Thank you.
Thank you so much, man. Take care.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.